We're back at the Randolph Diner, where our manager has refused a customer's service simply because he's wearing a pro-Trump, Make America Great Again hat.
Until you take that hat off, you will not be served.
Oh, my Lord. That's not right.
I'm not taking it off.
Well, then you will not be served in this restaurant.
But now we're switching things up. How will customers react when our manager refuses service to Brian for wearing an anti-Trump Impeach 45 t-shirt? The same kind of t-shirts that sparked protests and made news when they went on sale on Walmart's website.
Trump supporters are threatening to boycott Walmart over anti-Trump merchandise being sold on its website. A boycott Walmart campaign began almost immediately. Walmart stopped selling the shirts, saying in a statement that the items were from a third-party seller and would be removed. What will happen in this diner today?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid we have a small problem. I wonder if you could change out of that shirt.
What's wrong with my shirt?
Your shirt is showing great disrespect for our country, for our president. It says Impeach 45, a man who's been president for a year.
But I'm allowed to wear a shirt.
You're allowed to wear a shirt, and I'm allowed not to serve you in this restaurant.
Right away, this woman approaches our manager, telling him that he's got her vote.
I agree with you 100%.
You agree with me?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, well.
I didn't want to start something.
Well, I wish you'd tell him.
He's looking for attention.
I see.
It's just awful, awful. It's the president, he's voted in, give him a shot. I understood where he was coming from.
The manager.
The manager, yeah, because although people may not agree with our president, he is our president.
And this next diner also makes it clear that he sides with the manager and his mandate.
Is it me, or was that insane?
You're talking to the wrong man, son. Freedom has a price. I paid mine.
Right, but don't I have the freedom to express my opinion?
And you gotta pay for it sometimes.
I thought we all had a right to our own opinions.
Yes, we do. He has the right not to serve you, too. He has the right to refuse service to anybody, in my opinion.
As long as you're wearing that shirt, we won't serve you.
We're rolling again, and these two sets of diners are watching the action.
He won the election. You let him do his job. And respect him.
Okay, great. That's your opinion. I've got my opinion.
This man wants to say something.
Suddenly, this man jumps in.
Call the police.
I don't understand.
Call the police?
Sure. You're doing the right thing. Call the police.
For what?
It's a
Because of a
disgrace.
T-shirt?
It's a disgrace.
Absolutely. Yeah, call the police. Get him out of here. Get him out of
You agree with him?
You agree with him.
here. Bet your life.
Wow.
For a T-shirt, you're gonna have me thrown in jail. This is
I hope
unbelievable.
so.
As the scene plays out, this group at the next booth votes with their feet.
I just want some food.
These people are leaving.
Sorry, can I help you, folks?
Yeah, I just don't agree with you. He has his right to his own opinion.
Making it clear they don't agree with the manager or those other diners.
Why are you? Why are you? I would just get up for you, too. Don't give me that.
This father and daughter make their way in from the rain and right into the storm that's brewing at the next table.
If you wear that shirt, you're not supporting our country.
That's not true. That's your opinion, and I'm allowed to express my political views.
As the heated debate rages on, he takes out his phone and starts recording.
This is an insult to our country, to our Constitution, to a man who is to our president. President Trump is trying to make this the best country it can be.
Then Mike starts questioning the amateur photographer about his views.
This doesn't bother you? No. The shirt he's wearing doesn't bother you? No. Insulting our president? No. Doesn't bother you? No.
And when our manager walks away, the diner lets Brian know he's got his back.
If he don't serve you, I'll leave too.
I appreciate that.
Now, Mike tries to kick Brian out of the diner.
Since you have not covered up that shirt, we're going to ask you to leave. Please leave.
You gotta be kidding.
No, I'm not, sir.
Just like we saw earlier in the day when Brian was wearing that MAGA hat.
Got to be kidding.
We should all get up and leave.
We should all get up and leave. I'm leaving.
Well, now this diner is so upset, he also gets up to leave.
Wow. Well, here we go. He's going to leave too.
Sorry, sir, can I get you anything?
No, I'm not. If you removing him, I'm leaving also.
We catch up with him before he makes it to the door.
Hi, sir. It's What Would You Do, the TV show. What lesson do you want her to learn from this?
Just to speak up. When it's time, when you see wrong, you need to speak up.
What if he was wearing a pro-Trump hat?
The same thing. I mean, this is a free country.
You didn't have to do this. I mean, you guys are hungry. You could have stayed. It's raining outside.
Yeah, we were going back out in the rain. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
This next woman wants to make sure she heard correctly.
Can I just ask you a question? Did he really say that he was going to ask you to leave?
No, he says because of my shirt, I'm not allowed to eat here.
Okay.
He's saying.
All right.
So I said, don't you believe in free speech? Can I express myself?
And he said,
I understand you might not agree, but...
And it's not like you're saying whoever. It was just simply, yeah. I mean, it's not offensive.
Time to say hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my God! It's John Quinones! I know you!
How are you?
I voted for President Trump, and I do support Trump. And he was wearing that shirt, yet he's entitled to his opinion.
It was amazing. You're a Trump supporter and you defended him.
I'm a person too, and we're all Americans, and we're all entitled to our opinion. And I will tell you, even in our own home, my husband changed his political affiliation from Republican to Democrat. So if we can exist in our own home and still get along, why can't we within our communities?
Do you have something else that you could cover that up with?
Cover it up?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because it's disrespecting our president, because it's disrespecting our country.
This diner makes it clear to Mike that he's the problem.
I don't care what his T-shirt says. Now, if he was causing a problem, I'm a United States Marine. I'd probably take care of the problem. But right now, he's not causing a problem. And I think it's your personal bias against that, and that's just my opinion.
I think it's my personal patriotism. I'm not sure I know where
I'm a Marine from the Vietnam era, so don't tell me about patriotism.
As a Marine, we're taught to step in and not stand back and do what needs to be done at the time that it needs to be done. When you see something that is not right for yourself or for society, stand up, say something.
Thank you for your service, man.
You're welcome.
And many said it loudly today, regardless of what side they were on.
If you're not bothering anyone, if you're just wearing a hat, then I'm fine with it. Whether or not you agree with it is irrelevant.
I mean, that's what this country's founded on, isn't it? The right to free speech and to speak up for what you believe in.
Wearing a T-shirt or a hat that says "Make America Great."
That's one of the amendments. That's one of the freedoms.
So you have an option to express your views here in this country, and that's an important thing, and we don't want to mess around with that.
The one thing most everyone agreed on was that basic American right, freedom of expression.